I built an AI agent that finds breaking news, drafts LinkedIn posts, and delivers them to our inbox every morning before me and my team even open our laptops. And these aren't throwaway drafts. This system has produced posts that hit over 200,000 impressions for a single client. I'm going to show you 3 ways to build this. 1 works inside a tool you probably already have. The other scrapes X accounts live and surfaces breaking stories the moment they happen. And the other one, it's a full AI agent that runs 24/7 like a content employee who never sleeps. I'm putting my bets that this is where AI in content is heading. So stay until the end, because that last one is going to change how you think about AI entirely. And I'm giving you every prompt, every config file, and every workflow template so you can copy the entire thing. It's all linked in the description. Now, quick context, if you haven't seen my breakdown on LinkedIn growth formats, there's a specific type of post we call newsjacking. You take something that just happened in your industry and you add your own perspective to it before anyone else does. Not summarizing the news, contextualizing it, telling your audience what it actually means for them. It works because you are attaching your expertise to something that already has an audience. The news story does the heavy lifting of getting people to stop scrolling, and your job is to tell them what it actually means. And when that story directly impacts your audience's industry, their jobs, their strategy, they're not casually scrolling past it. They need someone to break it down, and that's you. All of that attention lands on your profile, and when you are early, the distribution compounds. One of our clients covered the revelation that ChatGPT pulls directly from Google search and what that means for SEO strategy. 293 comments, 234 reposts, 208,000 impressions. And that's not a one-off. In the last months, we've been blowing up clients' accounts with this same strategy over and over. The problem, finding the right story at the right time and having the angle ready to go. And that's the bottleneck, and that's exactly what we automated. 3 ways to build this. They scale in what they can do for you. Level 1, Claude Cowork. If you already use Claude, you can set this up today. You give it a prompt, it researches the latest news in your space, and it comes back with newsjacking drafts ready to edit. Level 2, N8N. This is for the people who want the real-time edge. It scrapes X accounts, pulls live news, and delivers everything to your inbox on a schedule. More tools involved, more setup, but you will be the first person on LinkedIn with the take. And level 3, OpenClaw. This is an AI agent, not a workflow, an agent. It runs on a server around the clock. I think we are at the same moment with AI agents that we were with ChatGPT 2 years ago. People are cautious, there are real security questions to work through, but this is going mainstream. And when it does, it's like having an employee that never stops working. So now we are ready to start building. Pause for a second before I walk you through all 3 methods. Remember to grab the Newsjacking toolkit from the link in the description. That way you have the prompts and config files open right next to this video. And when I show you each method, you just paste what's in the doc and follow along. It's going to take you 10 seconds and it'll make the rest of this video 10 times more useful. Okay, let's go. Enough cha-cha. Let's start with the simplest version. If you've never built anything with AI beyond chatting with it, this is your entry point. Claude Cowork is a desktop tool from Anthropic that lets you give Claude a task and it just goes and does it. On your computer, in real time, you watch it work. It's kind of unreal. And what we're using it for is a newsjacking research assistant that scans the latest news in your niche and drafts LinkedIn posts based on what it finds. Okay, so now we are actually going to set it up together. So you go into your Claude, you press Cowork, because that's where we're going to chat with it so it can build it live with us. This is the cool thing about it. We don't really have to know what we're doing because it will help us do it all. So we're going to press work in a folder, choose a different folder, just choose a specific folder where you want our newsjacking report to be sent to every day. I'm going to name it Claude Cowork. Awesome. Always allow. Okay, now let's actually prompt it. So I want to create a new skill which will research and find the latest news for LinkedIn post ideas. So now it's actually running a skill. And it's going to ask me a few questions here. I want to research the latest news on AI, LLMs, tech industry, VC backing of startups. I want to look at the latest news from the last 24 hours, as well as look at tweets from a set of X accounts. And because we have a client that has a 200-person software agency and an investment firm, our best bet for the newsjacking post for him, and that's why we're creating this one in specific, is to be very focused on AI and everything that has to do around investment. So what I've done before this is I've created a list of X accounts that I trust that are always posting interesting latest AI news that will help us be able to be the first on LinkedIn, because as I've said before, LinkedIn is always late, so X is the best place to find this. Okay, so I'm copying these X accounts and I'm pasting them here. You will likely need to use Google search to find these two. I want you to look for the news and create newsjacking type LinkedIn posts. I would like roughly 10 posts. Give me the raw news and posts with the URLs to them, and then give me the actual posts at the end. I then want you to save the result to a PDF in the folder with the current date, example 2026-03-15. I then want you to set it to run on a schedule in Cowork to run at 6 a.m. in EST. Okay, let's go. Okay, now we press schedule, and now we press copy to your skills, allow, and upload and replace. And we look over here in our scheduled tasks, and there you have it. You have your LinkedIn newsjacking scheduled for 6 a.m. Let's actually look at the preview of how that looks like. Create a nice looking PDF showing us raw news and sources with the actual link so you can go and verify, go dig in and actually find what's your point of view in the post that you're going to write. We also have the key tweets from those tracked accounts that I created already, that I researched beforehand. And then we actually get the part 3, which is the interesting part. And the funnest for us is we're actually getting LinkedIn posts drafted. So there's so many other things you could do with this specific setup. Like, for example, connect it to your Slack. Instead of getting a PDF, making it send you a Slack message to your whole team, or send it as an email. And in this case, we have created our first automation. And for example, you go here to this link, you can get all the information and draft up a viral post and draft up your first newsjacking post. So you notice the good thing is not just regurgitating headlines. It's about what we talked about. It's adding a perspective. It's telling the audience what this means, not just what happened. The drafts won't be perfect, because they never are with any AI tool. You'll want to spend 5 to 10 minutes at least editing, adding your voice, sharpening the take. But the research, the part that normally takes an hour of scanning news sites and X, that's done in seconds. That's the whole flow with Cowork. Give it the prompt, let it research, edit the drafts, and it's all in the kit linked in the description. The limitation with Cowork, it runs on a schedule, but your laptop needs to be on. If your laptop's off, it'll run the task the moment you actually turn it on. For a lot of people, that's more than enough. Set it up once, and you have newsjacking drafts waiting for you every day. But Cowork researches through Google, which means if a story breaks on X first, you're waiting for it to get indexed. That can take a couple of days. By then, you might not be early anymore. So if you want real-time signal from the places where news actually breaks first, this is where it gets interesting. N8N is a workflow automation tool. Think of it like Zapier, but way more powerful for AI workflows. What we are building here does something Cowork can't. It scrapes X accounts directly from X. The people in your industry who break news first, the ones whose tweets become LinkedIn posts 48 hours later. And that's where the fastest signal lives. By the time a story trends on LinkedIn, it already happened on X days ago. So this workflow catches it in real time. On top of that, it pulls from Google News and passes everything through an AI node that evaluates newsjacking potential, drafts the post ideas, and delivers them to your inbox or Slack on a schedule. So the workflow we have here is going to be pretty simple for you guys because all you have to do is copy and paste the config file that is in the link description, but I'm still going to explain it so you understand exactly what's working through in this workflow. Okay, so we have a first node, which is a trigger every day at 7 a.m. Then we have 3 other ones here. One is tracking the accounts that you have already done the research and you've listed. Then the second one is going to not only, apart from the ones that we're already tracking, it's going to go find other trending tweets. And then the third one is going to actually fetch AI news stories. All of that data gets combined into this one. Claude analyzes it. The next steps converts it into HTML so that we get a nice looking email report every single day. But if you want to send it as a Slack message, then we have an extra little step here because you can't use the same format for both the email and the Slack. So that's basically it. The good thing is you don't have to build this yourself. You just copy and paste and you get an N8N workflow, and it's going to track live tweets, trending tweets, news stories, and send it to you in a beautiful email or in a Slack message. The advantage over Cowork, real-time data from X, and it runs without you. Every morning, you wake up to newsjacking drafts sitting in your inbox. You didn't open a tool, you didn't paste a prompt. The workflow handed it overnight. The trade-off is more of setup, more tools involved. You need API keys, you need to configure the X scraping, you need to set up the workflow nodes. But again, the full workflow JSON, I've made sure to get this perfect to the T for you guys, and it is in the toolkit. You're not building from scratch. You import it and customize a few fields if you want. These first 2 methods are powerful, but they are still tools. You give them a task, they do it. The next one is different. It doesn't wait for you to ask. It thinks, it decides, it acts. And I genuinely believe this is where all of this is going for everyone. OpenClaw isn't a workflow builder. It's an AI agent platform, meaning you define a task and it executes autonomously on a server. No trigger, no manual run, it just works. So think about when ChatGPT first came out. People were skeptical, some were scared, most didn't know what to do with it. Now everyone uses it daily. I think AI agents are at that exact same inflection point right now. The people who figure this out early are going to have an insane advantage. But there are real security considerations. You're giving an AI agent access to data sources and APIs that needs to be handled carefully, but the capability is real. And it's like having a content employee who works around the clock, never misses a story, and has drafts ready before your alarm goes off. Now, let me walk you through how it works. At Distintiva, we always want to be ahead of the curve, so we've been experimenting with OpenClaw, as we believe this is the future in AI. And this is what we have been running right now. Like I showed you, the agent scrapes the web, just like the N8N method, but the difference is what happens after the data comes in. It makes decisions, runs on itself without having to go through nodes, tabs, and complicated setups. Like an employee, you give it a prompt and it executes, and it can walk you through anything you want to set up. That's what makes it an agent. Okay, so let's build this together. So we're going to go to Hostinger, and in their website, you're going to see an easy link called One-Click OpenClaw. We're going to press there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to choose a plan. We're going to choose the most popular one. Okay, so then you will change from 24 months to 1 month because you don't have to pay for all of that unless you know you're actually going to use it. Now we press ready to use AI. The good thing about this is that you get OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, and XAI all instantly within OpenClaw, which is insane. Next, we press instant web scraping. The good thing here is that we're going to be able to power AI agents with real-time web data. So again, we don't have to set this all up. Just press that button and it's all set up for you. Okay, perfect. So now register. You put in your card details, make sure you actually pay it, and we will set it up once we are inside. Don't change anything here. Just press deploy. Okay, now we are in. So press gateway token. Now we're actually going to open OpenClaw, paste here and log in. Okay, so now we are inside, but because we want to be able to chat with it on Telegram, what we're going to do is we're going to set it up. So press channels. Okay, so start a chat and look for bot father. You press here, we press start. You're going to type /new bot, and you're going to give your agent an actual name, a username as well. Now you're going to copy this token that botfather just gave you. You put it in this field and hit save. Now we're going to press on this link. We copy and paste this Telegram user ID and place it in this field. Also, just make sure to save that. And now our bot should be ready. So now it's going to ask you, because it's online now, who the bot is to you. So you can tell it's your AI agent that helps you with XYZ and what you want to be called. In this case, it's going to ask for more context. In this case, we're going to write online SaaS, which helps people write the best content online. I'm going to get you to start with researching everything, but we can worry about that later. So now let's actually prompt the bot to help us with the newsjacking. I want you to research for the 10 latest AI stores from the last 24 hours that I can use for a newsjacking LinkedIn post. I then also want you to give me 10 LinkedIn post ideas, include all of the URLs. I want you to do this automatically every day at 8 a.m. Eastern time so that I can have this when I wake up. So AI stories and latest news would be what we answer here. And let's actually run it now as an example to see what results we get. And voila, we just got 10 latest AI stories for LinkedIn newsjacking, 10 LinkedIn post ideas and hooks. So we just want to make sure that it actually uses Oxy Labs to Google search. So I'm prompting it. Finally, we have the 10 newsjacking ideas with URLs. You can directly go there, research more. Same thing we just built with Claude Cowork, with N8N, but through OpenClaw, your own AI agent that sits in your Telegram, in your messages, as if it was another employee. 3 methods, same outcome, different levels of automation and control. If you want to understand the strategy behind newsjacking and the 3 other growth formats that drive it, watch this video right here. That's the full breakdown of every format we use to take clients from 0 to hundreds of thousands of impressions. And if you want us to build this entire system and run it for your company, that's what Distinctiva does. Links in the description. And one more thing, we are building a course and community around everything we teach on this channel. Real systems, real workflows, no fluff. If you want early access, the waiting list is open. Links in the description as well. And again, apparently there's a million links in the description now, but friendly reminder that the complete toolkit to build the 3 things I did are also in the description. And finally, subscribe if you haven't. Every week, I'm breaking down what's actually working for B2B brands on LinkedIn right now. See you in the next one.